Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. So let's zoom in, we are at the final match here in Group G. We have both the spell-oriented decks. So Spellbooks from 2013 is going to take on Sky Strikers from 2019. But let's be honest, both these decks are already out of the tournament since, yeah, the other two are just, well, quote-unquote better, I guess, sitting at 6 points. So, let's see. I don't think this has ever been a match, or any match, or a match in the history of the Cross-Banlist Cup. So, which deck has the advantage? I could definitely agree here with, you know, the people of, well, yeah, for the most obvious reasons, you know, Sky Strikers should indeed have the advantage over Spellbooks. We have Engage. Like, imagine one of the most powerful game-winning cards for Spellbooks being Yugioh. Well, what's Yugioh going to do against Sky Strikers, right? Sky Strikers can just attack over Yugioh. It only has like, what is it, 1300 defense, so that's not a lot. While on the other hand, Sky Strikers also means, you know, those multiple destruction cards, you know, jamming waves, whatever, right? You know which one has which ones I mean. Plus Widow Anchor to negate, plus Imperm. So again, there is so many, or at least there are so many cards to shut down one of the most powerful cards of the deck, right? Being Spellbook, you know, or at least Judgment Spellbooks, right? So go second, and that's already a problem since now the chances of resolving Blue Boy are very slim, as you saw. And I basically lost a lot of momentum here, and now seeing the Spellbook of Power, that's also one of the things, is that back then you would, like, let's say, mirror match or whatever against Dragon Rulers, you could like use your Spellbook of Power, maybe Master to copy power and then potentially attack over an opponent's monster and, you know, get those multiple searches and go from there. But against Sky Strikers, that doesn't, you know, feel that great. Because of, you know, the attack drop, and there is so much interruption, right? Widow Anchor to take control of the card, and that's something that back in 2013, it wasn't there. So I can't win this one, especially because of that multi-roll as well. So, okay, go first, let's see, you know, how we do. And this is actually a really broken opening hand. Spellbook of Judgment, no Ash, so that's, you know, already nice. And, you know, the standard going first moves. I think I can end on my most delicious board that I can make with, you know, Spellbook going first. So that's Yugioh in defense. I believe Fate to prevent a normal summon from going through. And I believe Wisdom to probably maybe make Yugioh unaffected by spells. But we see now that the Imperm is discarded. And I'm like, well... That's not a good sign, since that tells us that the Imperm is not really needed. Again, Yugioh not that great if you can't protect it with the Fate, right? But the Twin Twister definitely saves the day here. And yeah, on top of that, the deck can tag out plus Hayate to send something from the deck to the graveyard, a Widow Anchor to potentially get back. But I mean, again, what could I have done better? I already had the field spell as well, potentially for next turn. So I think this was my best opening turn, bar Warning. Yeah, Warning could have been something, but yeah, the Twin Twister definitely, you know, potentially it could have lost me this one. Yes, I mean, set Engage, search Engage, there's Widow Anchor, I can again use a Judgment, but it's going to be less powerful, especially because I again can't capitalize on the potential search or double search from Spellbook of Power. Master copying another secrets, but again, I don't see any outs. Imagine something like Zeus, this is cute, maybe. Kiko doesn't really matter too much, another Blue Boy wouldn't make sense, so going for the small Blue Eyes package is cute. But again, you're in this situation, it's not going to matter. Sky Strikers can just, you know, blow away the entire board, plus get rid of the Maiden without triggering her. So, what can I do? Nothing really. And, I mean, look at this, I even resolved double Judgment. Crazy stuff, no? That Sky Striker can just basically do the same, and I'm looking at the multi-roll, but probably, you know, just do it better. Again, with Engage. And this is exactly 9k, I think. So double Boral Sword, and then, you know, the double 1500, yep, that's exactly 9k. So I don't think there was something I could do better. Next one, we have another Judgment, again getting those searches here. I actually get, you know, like the effect of a Maiden, but in hindsight, is it fantastic? Nah, it's cute, maybe for the time it could have been okay, but here in this situation, it's not really the best, I guess. So use Fate to put Blue Boy face down and pass. I don't think I had any other, you know, moves. And again, Judgment, I was one spell short to, you know, potentially hit the, whatchamacallit, the Yugioh rights. And, I mean, if I don't have, well, if I have Yugioh with Wisdom, that's perfect. Again, Sky Strikers, they need a couple of, you know, outs for that. But let's face it, the deck is so consistent, plus there's, as you saw, I think in the previous duel, Duels is there as well, and, you know, triple Imperm, triple Ash. The deck is just, you know, made to beat Spellbook of Judgment, or Judgment Spellbooks, right? So the, what is it Azure Eyes, I believe the name is level 9 Synchro. I go for Kaiko, Kiko, but again, it's, the attack is going through, but the problem, okay, I can get rid of Ray, banishing it, but we know there's double Widow Anchor, right? I think both of them are set, at least one. And, you know, Sky Strikers not using Widow Anchor here just basically says, doesn't matter, the game is over in any situation. So, multi-roll, popping the field spell, I guess to get more spells in the graveyard. I'm not sure how many spells are there. Yeah, indeed. What can I do? I mean, the Azure Eyes is indeed, or Silver Eyes is indeed face up on the field, but, you know, it's just a sitting duck for either Widow Anchor or whatever, Afterburner, whatever. And, yeah, there it is, the Afterburner, I think, or am I wrong? Maybe Sky Strikers, well, I'm sitting at 8k, maybe one monster short, I'm not sure. But, I mean, let's face it, what can I do? Nothing, right? You kind of feel a little bit powerless, and I've seen that. You know, people saying maybe you should put spellbooks in the upper part. Just like, you know, a neutered version of Dragon Rulers. I could feel the same, but the problem is that we've done something like that in the past, where, you know, spellbooks just beat every other deck. Okay, that was a couple of years ago, so maybe, you know... The thing is that spellbooks against basically any 2015 deck or younger, or older, right? You know what I mean? 2004, 5, 6. Spellbook is just going to annihilate those decks. Then again, with power creep, like the more recent decks, spellbooks, you saw, last place here in this group, it's falling short. So it feels that 2013 is basically like a year where it's hard to fit in those decks in the Cross-Banlist Cup series, but all feedback is appreciated. So next matchup, TG Stun versus Chaos. Which deck is going to win this one? Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Leave signing out. Peace.